What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Let the King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Back on the Bossman Show, friend of the show. We're doing this for the fourth year in a row. And fourth Pete, March Madness, talking to my man, Matt Langel, the Colgate Raiders. Coach, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great, Bossman.
Good. It's good to hear, man. I must ask you, man, I tell you, I know you all had a tough loss to American there, man, late in the year, man. Tell me, how did that kind of give you guys that refocus and reset that you wanted to have for your team to get your locked back in? Because I know when you win as much as you all do, man, sometimes habits can kind of lax a little bit, but getting a loss, we can coach them hard, man. And how did it really help you all get going again?
Yeah, I think it just reminded all of us that how fragile the game is. You know, if you have a bad shooting night or, you know, don't execute with the precision you need, or, you know, somebody else outworks you a little bit, a couple loose balls here, offensive rebound, put back there, you know, you can end up on the short end of the stick. And I know our guys felt really bad after that game. And we have two guys who lost in the championship 5 years ago to Boston University before COVID ended the season and shut down the NCAA tournament. You know, and I think it just, you know, was able to help them, give them some ammunition to share with the group, that as bad as we felt after losing to American at home for our second loss in conference play, that, you know, losing in the postseason and you know, getting upset would feel, you know, exponentially worse than that. So I think that it, you know, certainly allowed us to reset on our values and focus back in on the things that are most important to our program, and try and play our best down the stretch.
No doubt. And you said, Coach Langel, man, like, you know, I both know this from being around the game. Like, sometimes, like, we get to feel uncomfortable, and young men they're human. So sometimes you kind of need a little minor setback to get yourself back and focus. And talk about the leadership of your team and that culture, to have guys who have felt that pain and know, hey, this is what we need to do now. We can really, like you said, in the Patriot League, you have to win those games. It counts so much. Talk about the culture of Colgate and those older guys who can really help lead and be a extension of you and your staff. for the other guys in the program to know we're about winning here. We need to do things the right way, the Colgate way, all the time.
Yeah, I think we've been fortunate enough for a long period of time to have guys who are really focused on winning and what goes into that, whether that's on the court in the game or off the court in terms of taking care of your body and preparing yourself physically and mentally, or even also off the court outside the athletic sphere of taking care of your responsibilities of being a responsible and accountable man to your academics and your civil opportunities on community service. And so yeah, I think that's been passed down now over time, and it's probably the most valuable thing that we have going for us. And we have two fifth-year guys and three fourth-year guys, and even some third and second-year guys who have understood that and been taught that by some other great players and great teammates. And so we never really lose sight of that. I think that our guys keep that right in, whether it's their rear view mirror or dashboard or whatever it may be, there it's always in their sights. And I think that we're certainly proud of that and try and always, external expectations are one thing, but we try to play to our internal expectations, and that's a day-to-day basis, as cliche as it sounds, about living up to those standards for those who have come before you and setting the standard for those who are going to have an opportunity when you're not here anymore.
And Coach Langel discussed this as well, man. In today's portal world, having guys, fifth-year guys, four-year guys, three-year guys, two-year guys, because some of the guys are not going to be playing all the time, and actually sticking with you and the culture you built in Hamilton, New York there, say, hey, I got some of his coach is very special. Let me not leave this special place because I want to do something for me, per se.
Yeah, I think it's significant, and I can't take any credit for it. Again, I'm very proud of that culture. I'm proud of the coaches who have helped build that culture and the players who have contributed over the past. I think what we've done a great job is identifying and recruiting young men that come from families that value what Colgate is and what this program is, so that when they have great performance and maybe there would be other places, other schools, quote unquote higher level that would want them or would show interest in them. They recognize the opportunity that's here and what that has meant to them, and are grounded in what was originally important to them. And so it may not be brighter lights or a bigger stage or charter flights or whatever those things that come along with those other opportunities, but being a part of a winning culture and having an opportunity to play for coaches that are committed to your growth and development on and off the court, and having experienced that too, because everybody can say that that's what they're going to do, but again, we're fortunate to coach young people that value their experience and identify those things, and put ultimately the most important, most value in that what they have right here.
100%. Well, people don't understand about Colgate, Coach Langel, like I talk to people, it's really academic standard school. Really a lot of high academic. You are pretty much the Ivy League, but can do different things. So it's like academics must be very important to come to a Petri League school, and Colgate is very special for what academically. Talk about that piece of it, Coach Langel, about how finding the kids who are very intellectually smart off the court, the IQ on the court as well.
Well, and it's not just smart, meaning having a high intelligence level or having good grades in school, but it's young people who are motivated to learn. Being in the classroom here, you're in a small environment, and you're going to have to be engaged in that class, not just show up and take the exam and do the best you can, but like you've got to form opinions, you've got to write papers, you've got to it's just like going to basketball practice. You can't not put in any work in the off season or on your own and then just show up and shine. So, again, we're fortunate to have guys and really target recruiting guys who, yes, they have athletic talents, but they have interest in an education like this, because if it's a burden, taking advantage of this academic opportunity is a burden for anybody we have, then it's going to be really hard to live up to the standards of the program and what we expect from everybody.
100%. And also, let me ask you this: you talked about this a little bit, how playing against Bucknell against my guy JG over there, man. The kind of gave you guys a kind of that wake up call you needed because it's kind of a tougher game than you expected. Things don't want going the way you wanted to go, but winning that game is his tough team. Boy, he's doing a good job in the first year over there, and winning that game at home. Talk about how important that was for your team to go in that final game, play the way they played against Lehigh.
Yeah, we do have some experienced guys, but we also have some guys who haven't been in the role that they're in and being in those moments. So, being down 15 points and, I think we were 0 of 15. Bucknell played just a high risk, high reward 1-3-1 zone defense that we hadn't seen all season long. And so, I think they realized from that game, fighting like we did to come back and get over the hump, that, you really have to bring it in this environment. And so, I think, that experience also helped us lock back in for what the championship game would be and how we would need to go about our business.
And talk about the crowd. You got the biggest crowd of the year again in the championship game against Lehigh, man. And about the support you had over the years and from the fans up there, knowing what y'all have done over these past years, how special it's been, but how's the community been for you guys as well?
Yeah, I appreciate the question, Bossman. Hamilton, New York's a unique place. We got, a village of 3,000 people, 3,000 students about in the school. And so, we fight like crazy all year long in the Patriot League to see who's going to have home court advantage in the playoffs. It's 3 games. It's, it's not back-to-back days like some of these conference tournaments with neutral site. And so, that's a huge advantage. We have a great home record over the years and an even better conference tournament record at home over this stretch. And, a huge part of it is the community that they come out and support the guys who they know. It's not they're going to root for a team. Like the guys live in this community. They interact, they're in the grocery stores and the restaurants and, they know the kids by name who come to the games. And so, yeah, I think that's a huge part of this run, of this journey is the support of the community. We were on spring break, for the semifinal and championship. And we were still, people were hanging from the rafters. The student athletes all came out, made for a great environment, great college basketball games. And, certainly in that Bucknell game and the Lehigh game too, they gave us energy that our guys took and performed with.
And Coach Langel, wanted to bring up Braden and what he's done, player of the year, tournament MVP. Let's talk about his growth and development as well, Coach Langel, and how you're happy seeing what he's become being in your program.
Yeah, I mean he's a terrific talent, obviously, and has vision and a skill set that is really high level in our conference. I think what I'm most proud of is his commitment to the work and the process. I mean, he comes in every day after the game to watch film with me and the coaches. He's always working on his craft and improving and adding skills to his game. He's studying tape of the opposition, of how they're going to guard him, of what he needs to be thinking about to help us win. That's on offense and defense. So for a young guy just in his second year, no extra years of high school or anything, he's very mature in terms of his approach. He's had a great year of production, scoring points, getting assists, grabbing rebounds, putting pressure on the defense. But I think he still has a ways that he can improve in just the second year with all the individual accolades that he's earned. I think his biggest thing is winning, and it's special to have a guy with at that position who values winning like he does.
100%. And Coach Langel, besides the COVID year, you've won 23 plus games over the last 6 years, 5 or 6 years, man. And it's hard to do that and win where you've won. So for you, it's just as a coach and your family, people who support you up there, man. How does it make you feel knowing that, hey, you accomplished this together? So it's to win 23 plus games over 5 out of 6 years, not counting the COVID year that got cut short.
Yeah, it's an honor to be the caretaker of this program that brings pride to so many people in our community as part of our school. We've had a great group of guys for a long time now. Our coaching staff has turned over, and so we continue to have great coaches who model the behaviors that we want from our student athletes, the work ethic, the commitment to improvement. And then, like I mentioned before, that kind of what we are, who we are, how we do things has been passed down. And so to have guys who are committed to leading and helping new faces or young faces the way that they were helped is certainly a huge part of what we're doing. And then to have young faces and new faces who are committed to learning and don't, acknowledge that they've come to this place to be a part of something special is, really, really makes me feel good as a coach.
And Coach Langel, it's gonna make you really happy. The first person I heard from after you won was Coach Bray. He came down to me, JR, a man won. He pulled it out. So Coach Bray was the first person to talk to me about your win was Coach Bray. So he's walking close to his too as well, Coach Langel. He's still keeping an eye on you for sure.
Well, it makes me feel old. I remember when I was a young guy and he was at Delaware trying to recruit me to go a little bit south of where I grew up. So tell Coach I send my best and I appreciate him and him keeping track on us.
No doubt, I sure will, buddy. Well, I hope we'll be winning around on two in that tournament, man. I'll be cheering for you as always, buddy. Before to see you on the road this summer during the live period, man.
All right, Jared. Take care of yourself.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z. Sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews. You name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. What's up, family? Jared the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to The Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.